Scorpio. It's time for your weekly horoscope for the coming 7 days. And just a quick reminder for everybody out there, should you ever wish to get a session with me, you do need to go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Or, of course, you may also simply follow the links down below. I've actually got a sale going on right now, 20% off all services, including gift certificates, now accepting tips and donations, and your Build-A-Card spreads are coming back. I swear, I just needed a second to do some tweaking on things, and I'll have those up here for next week, this week, okay? So, what is going on when it comes to this coming week? This coming week is all about cleaning up your energetic quotient or your reality quotient, your light quotient, your vibrational quotient. And I'm sorry to start off so ungrounded. I have had a really, really powerful weekend, energetically speaking, and communicating with a couple of my soul brothers, and they're rubbing off on me, where there's this like segue between grounded speech and really, really out there. And usually I'm just kind of like a nice happy medium, but I'm like, oh God, up and down. Anyway, it's cool. I'm liking it. Maybe it'll stay. But this is a week where a lot of you are going to be paying attention to where we need to start doing some serious clearing in order to make room for something else to actually substantiate and exist. That is what cleaning up your vibrational quotient really is. Because what is happening is you are getting a glimpse of what is continuing to hold space for what in your reality. And this applies to your schedule. This applies to maybe even the material setup of your house, how you have things maybe arranged, the clutter, whatnot. Or maybe it's not clutter, maybe it's just stuff. When it comes to your social engagements, the hours of the day you're choosing to work, you are cleaning up your timelines by actually stepping into a space where it's like, look, okay, I need to really set it out there to my higher self or whatever, to start giving me different experiences that I want to have expressed, that are going to be supported. But first I need to actually make room for them. And we see that with the Death card as your spiritual advice, what you're going to be implementing, what's going on behind the scenes with everything that's going on. It's the overarching theme. And the Death is all about transformation, transmutation, but also making space. Now remember, death does not have to be a scary thing when it comes to the tarot. The Death card does not show up as a great big surprise and a shock. That's the Tower. The Death card is all about something that we see coming, something that we've already been waiting for, something that we knew might even be a part of our journey or the next chapter, the next story, trying to get in, but it needs some room. It needs some clearing, some purging, some dedicated time, space, energy, and its own spot in your routine or in your lifestyle in order to substantiate itself. So we go through the Death card experience in order to let that move up the queue. And this is what is occurring in all areas of your life at once. We are burning a lot of old things away that are only recreating their own dead selves, if that makes sense. And so just pay attention to how that's going to serve you during this period, because as we get onto your material wealth, and we get onto your job, your finances, your business, maybe your quality of life when it comes to your living situation, we've got the Judgment card reversed, and a lot of you are going to get a chance to actually quit something that you don't really want to do anymore. Now, this could be taking on a certain type of assignment or being caught up in a certain kind of role at the office, maybe serving a certain type of client or customer or audience or market. The Judgment card reverse is indicating a chance to quit. And it's something that we do need to quit if we want to be able to move on to the next thing. Now, with the Death card upright, it is indicating that the replacement for this is nigh. So it may already be something that you're aware of. It's already presenting in your field. It's very, very close. But with the Judgment card reversed, we have to be brave enough to abandon what might actually have been something that provided a fair amount of consistency or constancy in our experience before. And I'm not saying that you need to take any unnecessary risks. I'm not saying do anything absurd. But with the Judgment card reversed, we may be finding out that certain protections that we put around ourselves, certain fail-safes or certain standards, or again, certain professional trajectories are mucking up our timelines a little bit, mucking up our reality experience. The Judgment card reverse is indicating during this dump, during this quit, you are also maybe purging some services, purging some availabilities that are ultimately going to free you up for whatever is coming, again, into physicalization during this week. As we get on to your community, friends, relatives, other people in your life, we've got the Two of Wands in reverse, and I feel like there's actually the clearing and solving of some kind of mystery by starting something all over again. Something is coming full circle. And this may actually be something that you are doing with a friend or a relative, or maybe it's something that they've been doing on their own. But with the Two of Wands reversed, we've been approaching it all wrong the whole time. And this can happen when maybe not everyone's on the right page or on the same page. Maybe people are assuming the other person is comprehending what the other person is saying. Sometimes that can happen where it's like we think we're both speaking the same language, but we're both conveying completely different communications here. And with the Two of Wands reversed, this could be a project. This could be something that we're doing for our family, something that we're doing with our friends, maybe a business partner or flatmate that is needing to be, kind of completely cleared and started over from the very, very beginning. And in a way, it's kind of starting over the relationship with that person as well. But I don't see that as something negative. It's not. I don't see you losing that friend. I don't see you losing that business partner or that flatmate. But it's getting things on a clean slate in a way where it's actually going to be stronger. It's actually, we're getting an opportunity to maybe reassign or maybe redirect the way that we are putting our energies together to create something better together. But we have to, unfortunately, it's like starting over a project that ultimately, we might have already put in a few hours on. I mean, my goodness, one of my cousins and I just ended up deciding that we want to completely start over almost bare bones with a video game we're making. And very Two of Wands reversed kind of feeling. But I'm happy to do it. So whatever happens for you, just pay attention. It is going to be better the second time around. As we get on to the challenge this week with your lessons or lessons that may present as challenges, you do have the Page of Wands upright, taking the lead. Taking the lead being sort of the executor when it comes to all of these different areas, all of these different decisions. You are jumping in now as the authority figure. Because with the Page of Wands, we're seeing, we often talk about, inciting shifts with invitations, new initiatives, but also taking that initiative, making the first move, broadcasting it, making that announcement, and stepping in as sort of that guide, teacher, facilitator, protector, all at the same time. And when you do that with the Page of Wands, it's going to actually allow for something that you've been maybe treating as an indulgence or sort of, a game or something that would be what I call a wouldn't it be nicety into something very real and more of a regular commitment. Because the Page of Wands, you're taking the lead, you're taking the bull by the horns, and this is going to be creating those shifts at work. People are going to follow you. People are going to listen. We're redrawing the friendship and redrawing the project with either this flatmate or business partner or friend or relative. We are initiating the conversations and the action steps that other people will be supporting, but you've got to be the one who kind of makes the first motion, if that makes sense. As we get on to the love and relationships and romance, we've got the Nine of Wands upright. And I'm sensing that there is going to be a need to pay attention to what we might be doing as a form of security measure, or addressing our security measures when it comes to our relationship, especially for those of you that are in existing partnerships. It's kind of interesting. I went from starting off all ungrounded, talking about reality and vibrational quotients, and now we're talking about security measures. What's happening to me? The Nine of Wands upright is indicating that there is something going on where a lot of you Scorpio people are finding that there is something that we've been maybe holding up in our relationship, or as a pattern in our relationships if you're single or available for somebody new, that is honoring something that needs to actually be healed, not honored, cleared and dealt with, not fenced. And this could be something that we have done as a partnership regarding maybe our household economy, or maybe it's a personal issue for one or both people that we've just been kind of afraid to address, something that we're not nipping in the bud in a timely fashion. But with the Nine of Wands, it's now showing up that this security measure, whatever it is boxing us all in. It's kind of limiting our growth. It's limiting the opportunities for all members of this relationship to really kind of take a step into the next level, whether it's the next level of commitment or something that we're doing with our social lives, something we're doing with our kids, our family, our household. This security measure needs to be addressed. Now, whether it's we don't have an idea of what to do next, so we've just been doing something over and over and over again all along, or it's something that is just not applicable to the present, or we need to switch something up to now be addressing the present better. We'll see. For those of you who are currently single or available to somebody new, you may be finding that you are meeting a partner or attracting a partner that is going through this themselves, where they may be kind of holding along a lot of guardedness, a lot of, again, personal security and protection around relationships due to their past. Now whether this is maybe something going on an emotional level, it's trauma focused, or it's a fear of loss on their own part, just make sure that you understand exactly what you are dealing with and realize that this is something that, yes, this person does need to work on and heal, and gauge your pace accordingly. So that is your horoscope. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And if you ever want to get a session, go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com.